Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, ASMRJ. Welcome back everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing a tour of my VHS collection, which is a little bit of a lie. It's actually my father's collection, but he's looking to get rid of a lot of his VHSs, and these are the ones that he wanted to keep that we're going to be looking at. Maybe I can get a hold of the ones he's going to get rid of. No promises. It took me a while to transport these all, and I didn't think I had that many, but now looking at all I have a lot. Also, I'm doing things a little differently. This is not going through my computer because there's this whole mess up thing. This video should be coming out on a Thursday, and originally it was going to be part 2 of my Secret Agent series, but that ended up having, when I went to redo the video with the better camera, I couldn't find the one of the things I was looking for the video. I don't want to spoil it, so I decided to record this instead. So we're going to get into it with the first VHS, and we're going to go into our first series right off the bat. And that is, of course, Star Wars. This right here is actually the original printing of Star Wars. So this VHS, I believe, came out in probably 78. Let me look in here. Oh no, this is copyright. Yeah, this is copyright 78, 77. So yeah, this is the very, very, very first ever printing of Star Wars, which is really cool that he had this. Let me look at the VHS itself. Wow, it was rated PG. There it is. Here's the VHS itself, if you're wondering what it looked like. And if you don't know what a VHS is, if you're that much of a, let's make it stereo, that much of a, copyright 1977, wow. If you're that much of a child and you don't know what a VHS is, that makes a nice sound. Do you like that? Makes a really nice sound. If you don't know what a VHS is, this is what people used to watch movies on. Maybe some of you don't even know what a DVD is, but this was before DVDs. That artwork on the front. And then after DVDs became, we have now streaming services. So if you only know what streaming services were and you don't know what DVD or VHS is, oh boy. Love this movie. Now we move on to Empire, the best of the trilogy. Of course, everyone knows that. It's a masterpiece, a work of art. George Lucas knew exactly what he was doing with this film. Again, his dialogue isn't always great. It's amazing. So this is also copyright, 1980. This is ancient hardware, guys. Ancient hardware. So, love Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back. There's Yoda on the top there. Wow. That's a gorgeous artwork as well. Like, the first one, that's gorgeous. But, like, this is just something else. That is amazing. That's one of the best posters ever. I actually have a poster of Empire Strikes Back from the 80s. It was actually a Coke made for Coca-Cola that I keep in front of my bed. Maybe I'll show you that one time. And then to round off the trilogy, probably my second favorite, I do think A New Hope is the worst, in my opinion. It's still a great movie, it's just the weakest in my opinion. Return of the Jedi. Which is another great poster with Vader in the background, all these characters. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, being absolutely gorgeous. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Seeing that as a kid, eyes open. It's a tragedy that we lost her. There's the VHS on that one. That one's still sealed, so my dad never used the VHS, or maybe he just kept it sealed. This is copyright, should be 83, right? Yeah, 1983. Ancient hardware, but this is Return of the Jedi. What a way to end the trilogy. What a way. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. We have a lot to get through, so I'm probably just going to keep it moving. Next up, The Phantom Menace. Not a really great depiction of like the artwork on the originals, but this would be copyright, I believe, 2000 or no 99, right? Should say on here somewhere. I believe it's 99. I can't find the copyright. No, 01. It was 01. I don't know why I thought 99, but this is 01. So, a good movie. It's okay. This is VHS if you remember. This is towards the end of VHS lifetimes, but mole in the background's really cool. It's okay. It just set up things to begin. Like, there just wasn't much there. And then the second film, which is not as good, has a few good moments. The Battle of Geonos is pretty cool. The Count Dooku fight versus Yoda is pretty cool. Attack of the Clones. There's the VHS, if you were wondering. It comes with the DVDs. We actually have those DVDs. Maybe I'll do a DVD too. This should be copyright 02, yeah? Copyright... Yep, 202. Okay film, okay movie. And then we actually don't have the third one, which I'm sure we do somewhere. Maybe he's getting rid of it for some reason. Which is the best one in the trilogy. He does not have the third. And then quickly, just to go over, we also have the special editions. This is actually the second box. We have two of these. I only bought the one, but we have two of these special edition VHSs. The gold. Which I think this is the original printing of the special editions. We have another one that's the box and the Vader is a lot bigger. It's similar though. Maybe it's the same. They look different. But there's the special edition of Star Wars. This was 97. That's what they are in order. So there's Return of the Jedi, so that's the third one. So that means this is Empire. Oh, Empire's is pretty goated looking. There's Empire. Alright, so let's actually put these back in order of which they should be. So Return, Empire, Star Wars. It doesn't say New Hope on it, which is interesting. Because I guess it wasn't called that then, maybe, yeah. So those are the three special editions. Star Wars. It's copyright 1997. Alright, let's move on to the next. It's actually another series. This is... I don't want to show this. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. An amazing movie. There's the VHS. I wonder if this is the original printing. I bet not. 81. No, it's original. This is also the original. That's wild. Wow. What an amazing movie. Raiders is a masterpiece. It is a masterclass of filmmaking and adventure films. It is amazing. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then the second film in the series, which is very underrated in my opinion, Temple of Doom. It's definitely weaker than Raiders. I mean, it was hard to live up to how amazing Raiders was. But this should be 84, right? Yeah, 1984. That's the original printing. Great film. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It was weird doing a prequel, to be honest. I don't know how many people knew it was a prequel. It was just weird. It was a weird decision to do that. Good movie. There's the VHS. Just not as good as Raiders. Then, in my opinion, also, but the artwork may be better on Temple of Doom than on Raiders. In my opinion. It's a terrible way to hold that than Raiders. I do think that artwork's pretty goated. Speaking like the kids, ain't goated. The best film in the trilogy, in my opinion, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Artwork, still not as good as Temple of Doom, in my opinion. This film is magnificent. This is in 89, so I think would be original printing date. This movie is so so amazing. I remember watching this movie so many times as a kid and being absolutely just taken away by the scope and the story it was telling. The plane, when they're on the plane and like the bottom falls out, it's like, well, I don't have to go there. However it goes, so freaking funny. Also, this is the only one of the trilogy not in the black, so that's interesting. But I think that's the end of all of the trilogies or all the series we have. Oh no, we have a duology right here. So right here we have Grumpy Old Men. It's one of my father's favorite films. He said as a kid he loved this film. I've seen Grumpy Old Men. It is funny. I mean, it's a product of its time, but it's a funny movie. The actors in it, Jack Lemmon, and then Walter Matthau, amazing, and then Aunt Margaret, amazing movie. Ooh. So, Grumpy Old Men, and then the sequel, Grumpy-er Old Men. And I think there might be a third film. Maybe not, because I think Walter died after this one. I want to say, I don't have proof of that, but I think Walter died after this film. Yeah, I think he did. I could be incorrect about that film. When did this movie come out? This was in the 90s, right? 95. So, good movie. My dad I think he thinks this one's better. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen this film. I think I've seen this film more recently, though. And, again, product of its time, but it's funny. Next, we have Bulletproof, which I have no clue what this movie is. Two of Hollywood's hottest comic actors have just became the wildest partners in crime ever. So I think it's a comedy movie with Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler. So, sure. Never seen it? Maybe I should watch it. We'll see. I've never heard of it. So, next, classic, Wayne's World. You can see what type of person my father was just by this stuff. Wayne's World, classic. We got to keep moving. But great movie. If you haven't seen Wayne's World, watch it. Next, we have Friday, which, if you don't know what Friday is, honestly fair, but you probably know this. This is that meme, the damn meme. That's that. That's that right there. So, it's from Friday, if you didn't know. So this is Ice Cube and what's his name? Cube Tucker. Yeah. So nice. Next, I don't know anything about this movie. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. This is Above the Rim. This is a film starring Tupac, and it seems to be a basketball film. I know nothing about it. I would have to ask my father about it. This film came out in '94. Tupac film. Yeah. I don't know any of this. I don't know if I can even show this. I'm going to cover that. So this is Higher Learning. I know nothing what this is. I'm covering up a certain logo that could be hurtful to certain people in the world and certain people who potentially could be in this community that I do not want to affect. So I'm just going to cover it up. Survivor privacy. This is a moving, brilliantly entertaining, brilliantly blends romance. But it says, as powerful and productive as they come, this is a moving, wonderfully entertaining film, brilliant blends romance, drama, and social comment on a stunning tapestry. I won't soon forget. Director, It seems like this movie about like society, but I don't know. It's a bad logo. I'm not gonna show it. Next, certified banger, Matrix, one of the greatest movies of all time. My camera looks a bit bad. Sorry about that. This is a banger. It's an amazing movie. This is the deluxe collector's edition, so it has special features, behind the scenes of the making of. What is bullet time? This is made by the. Oh, I almost said the Sanderson sisters. What is it? The director, or who are the directors? What are their names? What are their names? They're two. The Wachowski brothers. Yeah, the Wachowskis. The Wachowskis. I knew it. I knew it. You guys couldn't remember. Wachowskis. The Matrix, banger. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, amazing. I can't think of her name for some reason. What's her name? Osborne, Barbie Osborne. Is that right? Barbie Osborne. Remember, she's amazing. Everyone in this movie is fantastic. Next, we're going into more Adam Sandler, Wedding Singer, classic banger. Everyone knows it. Great film. Another classic, Billy Madison. Not appropriate at all. At all. Banger. I think Farley's in this film, isn't he? Yeah, he plays like a janitor or something. Great film. So you can see that. There's a VHS. Absolute banger. Billy Madison's going back to school. Way back. And then I think my favorite Adam Sandler movie I know, Big Daddy. It's definitely the first Adam Sandler movie I've ever watched. I like it. I thought it was really good, really funny. My dad's favorite movie of all time is Happy Gilmore, so I'm surprised I couldn't find that VHS. Maybe he keeps it in his room, like in a glass case, because he loved it in that movie that much. There's the VHS. Let's see if the VHS makes any good noise. Alright. Good film. Now we're moving on to the final stack. So I'm just gonna move some stuff around here. Alright. First children's film, Land Before Time. This was bought for me. I watched this film probably a billion times as a kid. Land Before Time. This film, 1988, hour 9 minutes. Certified banger. Ooh, I'm not opening that up. I was going to make disgusting sounds. Absolute banger. So sad. Littlefoot. Banger. Alright. Oh, Steelsberg helped make that? Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy? What? Is this a Lucas film? It is. Excuse me. I yawned. This is a Lucas film. Lucas and Steelsberg present. I did not know that. Huh. Wow. Banger. Another banger. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, let's see, they're in storage. This film is a absolute banger. So it says Tim Burton's, but I don't think Tim Burton actually directs this film, if I'm correctly. There's some, I don't know, Danny Elfman. I don't know, I've heard that sentiment that he actually doesn't. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be quiet. He doesn't actually make this film or direct this film. He just produced it or something, or he didn't have that much. There's the VHS. Something along those lines. I've been told. I don't know if that's true. Great film. One of my favorites. Another classic, Rudy. Absolute banger. Great story. the star from Notre Dame, who originally, he didn't start at Notre Dame, right? He started at the school adjacent and then ended up going to Notre Dame and played football. And you all know the story. I've met Rudy, which was really cool, if you can tell. I'm a Notre Dame fan. It was really terrible when we lost the Natty this year. But I was filming this of 2025, especially to Ohio State. Anyways, absolute banger film. Amazing. The Rocky for the 90s. I think they still made Rocky movies into the 90s, don't they? One of the greatest films ever made, in my opinion. 7. This film is a masterpiece, a masterclass of filmmaking, a masterclass in writing. Everything about this film is correct. They did it superior to The Silence of the Lambs. I agree. 7 gets a 10. I agree. This film is so amazing. It's like Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman's performances are amazing. And I can't think of the actor who plays John Doe. Scary as hell. This film is everything about it. The Batman, which is my favorite Batman movie, takes a lot of inspiration from this film, and you can tell if you've seen this film that it takes a lot of inspiration from it. And that's probably why it's my favorite Batman movie, is because it's based on one of my favorite movies of all time, Silent Hill. If you don't know what this film's about, it's about these two detectives, Morgan Freeman, the classic Bat ready to retire, and Brad Pitt, the young detective, trying to track down a killer who's killing his victims are based on the 7 deadly sins. And it's just the story's so good. Like I said, the Batman's based on it. There's actually a few shots that are 1 for 1 from 7 that Matt Reeves took from this film. Who directed this? David Fincher. Duh. I mean, it's a Fincher film. I should have known that. It's so Fincher. So there. I don't know if I can show that. Ooh. 7. There's VHS. That's kind of where they purchased it from. They probably don't still exist, but I don't know. Maybe that docs me. Another banger, the first X-Men. We don't have X2 or X3. We have it the DVD, but it doesn't have the VHS, I don't think. X2 is the best, but the first X-Men is a banger. Another one that confused me, because I couldn't find the original, but here's Batman Returns. Absolute banger of a film. Love this movie. A lot darker and a lot weirder than the first film. By a long shot. Still, absolute banger. I really wish Tim Burton got a chance to make the third film, because the third film is not good. There's a fourth one, but you should make it. You should watch this film. I don't know why I don't have the first one, which is better, but still banger. Also, that's an amazing poster. It's so fucking cool. Sorry, excuse my French. I'm sorry about that. Next, one of my father's favorite films, which I don't think this is highly regarded. I don't think a lot of people like this. This is Kevin Costner's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I've seen only parts of it because my dad always puts it on when it was on cable as a kid. But I've never seen it all the way through. All I know is my father adores this film. I know it's a Robin Hood film. There's a VHS if you're wondering. This film came out in '91. The villain is played by, is it Tim Allen? Does Tim Allen play the villain in this? I think Morgan Freeman's in it. Doesn't say. I want to say that it's on the front. Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Alan Rickman. Oh, maybe it's Alan Rickman. Oh, it's Alan Rickman, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Whoops. It is not Tim Allen's. I don't know why I thought Tim Allen. That's weird. It's, yeah. Whoops. Another certified classic, The Mask. This movie is so weird. It is so wacky. I don't even know if the effects still hold up because it's been so long since I've seen it. But as a kid, I thought it was so weird and the effects look amazing. Maybe it doesn't. The Cat in the Hat, like that Mike Myers film, I think tried to be what The Mask was. Failed miserably. Excuse me. Woo. I have seen the sequel, Son of the Mask. Terrible, absolutely terrible film. This one's pretty enjoyable, but it's dumb. It's dumb fun. It's Jim Carrey at his finest. So, good film. Good movie. Another one of my father's favorite movies, also. Gorgeous VHS. Wow. Forrest Gump. Probably one of the greatest films of all time. I think that's like highly agreed upon. I don't know if I agree with it. I think it's good. Life is like a box of chocolates, you know. I don't think it's gonna get. Sit down. Here's a VHS banger. It's a good movie. It's funny when the whole Watergate thing happens, which doesn't make any sense, but it's still funny. This movie's amazing. Yeah, it's awesome. Forrest Gump's good. Also, but that VHS, that's gorgeous. I mean, the whole poster for this whole the marketing. Great film. Okay. Actual certified classic, because it is the classic Wizard of Oz. You know, the first film do have sections in color. It starts off not kind of going in color. I've heard the sentiment that it's not actually the first colored film. I don't know if that's true. Almost 2 hours, if I remember correctly. 1939. And also, this has this cool thing right here, like this. You can see like transcriptions and stuff. I know there was a bunch of like crap that happened because of this film. There's a lot of BS. There it is. That's VHS. It's cool. That's Ruby Silvers. It's just supposed to be silver or whatever. But I don't know. There's a lot of. Oh, it says "and the Munchkins." That's funny on the back. Munchkins. If you can see it. And the Munchkins. And the Munchkins. That's awesome. That's cool. I don't know if any of that's true, but I know the paint thing. I think that's true, but all the abuse, I don't know if that's true. The last VHS, which should have ended it on a banger, but we didn't. We ended up with Ernest Goes to Camp. My dad, I think, has watched every Ernest thing as a kid. I don't know if Ernest is politically correct at this point in life. I actually have I've never seen anything related to Ernest. All I know is that my father loved Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Space. I think it's one of them as a kid. Never seen them. Maybe one day, maybe I'll pop this in a VHS player and watch it. That's the last one. So I'm gonna tap on this one because it's my favorite as I do this outro. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It does mean a lot. Next week, the part 2 to the Secret Agent series saga, I guess I'll call it, will be out. Thank you for putting up with me. Again, if you have any questions you would like for the 300 subscriber special, I will give it one more week and then I'll record that. So please give me those questions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and subscribe if you're willing. It means a lot. Make me want to continue to do this. And again, leave the comments like I said previously. With that being said,